And let's see if we're live the way we need to be live. We live? I thought I did. Hold on. Yep, we're live. There we go. Can I get my applause for my guy, please? Can we turn it up for my guy? There he goes. And just like we promised, we are back to the clock. Yo, we are on the second half of this tour. Welcoming to the Clicked Up studio. I haven't got a chance to meet this guy, so we're going to meet this guy together. He is the second half of the fight card versus battle. The young Mr. BloodShot. How you doing, my brother? How you doing, my brother?
All is well, all is lovely. It's a blessing to be in the place.
That is dope.
It's
That
easy.
is dope. That is dope, man. So I'm honestly, man, I don't know too much. I've seen your bio, and you seem to be a very intentional and very intense artist. So I want to dig into you, figure out who you are, man, and bring you to the city. You from the city?
Yes, indeed. Savannah, Georgia, born and raised.
And raised right here. Okay. So how long you been in the music, man?
Well, let's say I started, like my first inklings of music began in the 5th grade,
Okay.
definitely. So elementary school, 5th grade is when I really became.
What kind of music? I mean, you just like in the band? Were you writing? Were you? Is it hip hop? Like, what were you? What were you into at 5th grade?
Definitely at that time, I was into making beats, keyboarding. It all began at the church, for sure, for sure. I had a
Okay.
partner who was over the whole music part of the church or whatever. And he kind of invited me into the music and made me indulge further.
Okay. So the church got you too.
Definitely, definitely the church.
Did you sing? Did you like? What did you do? Did you rap? Did you? Some churches let the kids rap like your boy. So
What we'll do is we'll put our own performances together. I'm talking about.
okay.
And it was like lit performance, nothing like a regular. I can't say what I can't say regular church because every church have their own, personification, whatever. But we would actually have the whole, the smoke machines and have people perform and this, that, and the third.
Okay.
But I would actually play the keyboard.
Okay.
I locked into that and I played by ear. So I never really read music, but I could feel it. It's more of a spiritual within
Okay.
the soul, within the spirit.
Okay. I like that. That's super dope. So you got into music by way of the instruments and production first.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. What brought you into hip? What brought you from behind the boards and put you on stage? What gave you? When did you know? Like, okay, I'm nice with this wordplay. When did you know?
All right. I can't. When I started out, when everybody started out, I can't say you the hardest thing at the time, but I would say I started getting better than good. I started getting a little bit better than good. I say definitely around 2000 in high school. Let's say
Okay,
high school.
let's just say
Yeah,
high school.
let's just say high school. We'll stick it there.
Okay, so uh who were the people that you were looking up to? Like, whose flow was like, all right, yo, that's the benchmark for me, yo. I need to meet it or beat it.
All right. Well, see, it's literally not one interview that I've done or no way that I ever spoke and my name haven't become associated or affiliated with Bone Thugs and Harmony. And those was my dudes. That's that. If anybody would say my flow is associated with anyone else, it'll definitely be them for sure.
So Bone Thugs and Harmony, huh?
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
That's
Yes, indeed.
funny because I'm actually from Cleveland.
And guess what? Now that
So
you say that, I do recall. Yes, we met at the last versus battle with Kid Salt and Chuck Raw. We chalked it up real slightly, real short. I do remember that part. That part stood out to me. But
oh yeah. Okay.
definitely Bone Thugs and Harmony. Like I say, shouts out to them. You know, I gotta share some light to some veterans, give them their flowers. I'm affiliated with them. You know, as this interview on rap, you will find out that a little bit more. You know, the next project I got, I actually have a feature with Busy Bone
Is it?
himself.
Look at him.
Yes, indeed.
Okay, that guy. Yeah, man. I'm a little older, so I remember being in Cleveland when the Art of War came out.
Gotcha. All the war.
I was like
Double
seven.
this.
I was like 17, and we
Double.
was my brother was at his girlfriend's house. We was in Shaker. If you from Cleveland, you know like Shaker, right?
Okay.
So we was in Shaker, and I had copped it from the mall. I was working in the mall in Warrensville, and I had copped it, brought it to my girlfriend's house. She had a cousin, or a friend, a cousin, her friend's cousin. We was at his house, and we bumped it, and we first heard that the Pac verse.
Man, listen, that's what made me a Bone fan.
That Pac
For real.
verse
It
was like
that album and that verse made me a so I could literally say Tupac turned me on to Bone Thugs because I heard
nah.
that.
Yeah, that
Was it.
shotgun, it was
Yeah.
just too
There
much.
wasn't no turning back.
Yeah, that was too much. I
no
was
turning
like,
back.
yo, they did it.
And then they let Busy rip it. It was. I'm talking.
Oh yeah, like it was
You
crazy.
gotta know to know. You gotta.
Oh
know.
yeah, it was a
You gotta
dope.
know. You had to been there to know.
It was a dope time for
You had to
for
been there
hip
to
hop.
know.
So pulling your influence from that and seeing
All is well.
yo pulling your style from that time and then being an artist now. Do you feel like maybe it's a dope style to I wouldn't say emulate, but to but to base your you know what I'm saying, your style off of, you know, we all did it. You know what I'm saying? We all found something that was just like,
I got you.
yo, I like that.
I got
When you hear music now,
you. I know where we going with this. Come on, lay it on me.
do you feel like it's lacking that diversity?
You know what? It's not at all because I feel like I kind of mastered the formula,
Mm-hmm.
you know, and I say that I kind of have an advantage. I won't say advantage over the veterans themselves, you
Mm-hmm.
know, because but just think about them trying to okay, well, music has changed now. Let me do this now. We wouldn't really probably
Mm-hmm.
listen to or respect because we would want that, but the fact that I'm still, you know, within the generations and you know what I'm saying, growing, I'm able to kind of you know finesse it and add the new school with the old school and put it all in the same gumbo pot
Mm-hmm.
and cook it up,
Okay.
feed it to my fans and they love it. They eat it up.
That's dope. So, man, let me see. Wait, are you a traveling artist?
Definitely.
So, I'm gonna ask you the same question I asked your boy. Yo, just do you feel like you get more love out the way on the road than you do in town? That's a lot of I've done some interviews, and I hear some of the frustrations that some of the local artists feel like, yo, I'm not getting that love.
Always.
You get it everywhere.
always. What I'm saying is like when I travel, is the love is always.
Okay.
And I take the shades off to say that one. It's always. I don't know if it's like that for every artist from their hometown, but maybe this is the conversation that'll spark the senses and the energy
Hmm.
for my peoples in my city to step it up a little bit. You know what
Okay.
I'm saying?
Do you feel like the city? Do you feel like the city, the seaport is stepping it up? Do you feel like we got dope or enough dope artists to create a movement inside the city?
We got enough still standing, existing veterans in my city that are, that I believe who can help the youth step it up. That's upcoming and growing, but I think
What
we
would you
need a
tell
little
the
bit of polishing.
Yeah? What would you tell the youth? Like, what would you like if you could give them some guidance or give them just a hint? What would you tell them? Like,
Definitely separate your business from your pleasure, for sure. You know what I'm saying? Like when it's business time, be there, show up. You know what I'm saying? Don't don't come to your interviews, you know what I'm saying, smelling like this, smelling like, you know what I'm saying? Just keep it professional. Separate your professionalism from your leisure. You know what I'm saying? That's I would definitely say that.
there is a lot of that. There is a lot of, especially at this level, just at the local level, a lot of kids imagining what they'll be like on a stage or what they'll be like in rooms like this, and they're not rehearsing for these moments. They're not
Mm-hmm.
practicing for these moments.
Mm-hmm.
You're very, you come across as a very lyrical guy. We have some music coming up, so we're definitely going to listen to you. But I want to ask you a question. What do you think about a lot of these artists these days tend to perform with their actual music? Do you have a balance of that yourself, or do you just play the instrumentals? Like, how do you make your performances dope? Do you use some of that new school tactic? What do you do?
Well, me as a seasoned veteran artist, it really depends on the time and the situation. But as my most of my live performances is just me and my ad libs. So what you hear is me. It's coming from it's real time, like
Okay.
right then and there. It's real time. Just me and my ad libs. No backtrack, no just me and my ad libs. That's it. I mean, certain situations, you know what I'm saying? I would even say for our versus battle that's coming up, it's possibly I would actually use my actual track so they can get the full feeling of, you know what I'm saying? But it all depends on the time and the
Okay.
place. But definitely in a wide open venue and you know what I'm saying is of that time. Like I just went to a juvenile concert. Big up, shouts out there. He performed just himself. You know, so no
Right.
backtracks. I done been to other artists' concerts. I'm not gonna call no names, but I actually heard him performing with this. Not it didn't really take nothing from it.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But just me personally, just me and my ad libs.
How do you practice that? How do you because it seems to be an old world style. Like a lot of these new kids be like, nah, I'm not doing that. So, but I think it robs from some of the authenticity of the live performance. You feel what I'm saying? Like,
Mm-hmm.
and some cats lean so much on it that you're really just listening to the song and they're ad libbing
Mm-hmm.
to the song.
Exactly. Exactly. And I try to stay away from that. With knowing that
Mhm.
specifically, that's why I try to present, you know, something a little different and give them how I'm feeling real time, real live. Because I mean, that's the case. I try to sound as much as a soundtrack as possible. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna give it to you live and direct.
Okay.
That's
What
necessary.
creating your Oh wait, I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Growing up here in Savannah, what was your experience? What were your experiences like, and how did that inform like your music?
Keep it raw and uncut, no filter.
No filter, sir. Please.
I feel like I overstayed my welcome in Savannah. I love Savannah, and I'm quite sure I get love from Savannah, but I overstayed my welcome, and I feel like if I would have been, kind of ventured off and traveled and put my because I'm kind of like I said, I'm kind of Midwestern style, you know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
So if I would have kind of ventured off and traveled and put it out in those places and really understood demographics and things of that sort at that time, then definitely I would have been a bit more advanced than I am now. But it was just right time. God was just humbling me right now because maybe I didn't have the complete discipline that I needed to control myself in these places and at that time. So
Okay. What are the goals for the music now? What are you trying to do with it now? It seems like the industry has changed. It seems like the music scene has changed. Um, the budgets and the things, or, all that kind of stuff. It
hmm
seems to be like that yesteryear stuff, and it seems like you really have to love this thing to do it now.
yeah, exactly. Number one is just staying consistent over being relevant because being relevant, you can do anything to be relevant. You know what I'm saying? You could relevancy is anything. You could scream on the microphone and just for some relevancy, but being consistent is showing that that hard work and you know what I'm saying. Just
That work ethic, yeah.
exactly, just showing that work ethic. Like yeah.
Yeah, there's some cats around here who I've seen grow over the years as artists, and it's been their drive, it's been their consistency that really wins the day. Like, oh, that dude's a veteran. That
Mhm.
girl's a veteran. Like that person is dogmatic about it. Where do you think that type of effort will get you? Do you have an ultimate goal for it? Is it just I'm just doing this art, I'm just doing this music, and taking riding the wave, riding the vibe, or you like no, this is a thoughtful process. What are you doing with your music and your process?
It's just one line that Boosie said. You feel me? Kind of stuck on that when he said, "I want to be famous like the Ninja Turtles." But the Ninja Turtles, is they done recreated it in so many different ways, but they still my kids know the Ninja Turtles.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully, they kids possibly might know the. Same with the Simpsons type. Basically, what I want to do is leave footprints in the sand. It's leave a legacy behind. You know what I'm saying? Bloodshot is bigger than Bloodshot.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It's in the household. I want to be famous like the Ninja Turtles. Leave that legacy behind. You know what I'm saying? Like
Long before long when you gone.
exactly. Like soon, like when they see my name, you don't have to know how to read to know it say Bloodshot. Like when a little kid riding past McDonald's, they just know it from the color and the arches. Like
Right.
you know what I'm saying? They see my name is that's Bloodshot. You know what I'm saying? I want to be famous like the Ninja Turtle or
What kind of
McDonald's.
what kind of what kind of perspectives do you have in your art? In your art, like do you like I know some artists that are mainly
Mhm.
especially R&B artists. They're sing about love or sing about heartbreak, or if they're rapping about
Mhm.
just the trap or just women or whatever. Like, where do you have a central focus in your perspective, or do you find yourself all over?
Really all over, but when it comes all over, like I'm definitely gonna highlight the real in every situation. And like I said, I'm more of a what I'm saying knowledge conscious conscious knowledge speaking
Okay.
artist. Knowledge is power, and I put that into my music.
So, what kind of perspective do you have about I mean, I'm gonna dig into you for a second. Let me see what I want to ask you, man. We gonna walk away from the music for a second,
Let's
man.
go. Let's go. Let's go.
Okay, yo. So these days, man, these relationships, man, they're tough to navigate, man. There's a lot of table talk. Who's the
hmm
prize? Are you married, brother?
I'm proudly married.
Proudly married. Any
Happily
kids?
married.
Any kids?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, so we're talking to somebody who's got it together then, because there's a lot of single people out here
Mm.
giving a lot of bad advice.
Understood. Overstand.
What would you say, man, a married man, father? What would you say to these people with all this advice on how to keep a man, get a woman, alpha male? When you hear all this stuff, what are you hearing?
I mean, number one is respect. I think anybody want to be respected before they even love.
Okay,
You see what I'm saying?
man or woman.
Man or woman.
Okay.
Respect is number one before even love.
Mm-hmm.
You could love me, but if you don't respect me, you know what I'm saying, then it's just ain't really gonna work out like that. You know, so that's number one is respect. You know what I'm saying?
What do you think? What do you think when you hear feminine energy, masculine energy, that type of argument? Does that help your relationship?
As far as man, or as far as like, okay, I'm a man or I'm a woman, I can do what you do. You talking like that kind of situation? I feel like it's definitely, you know what I'm saying, a dominance in everything. You know what I'm saying? As far as like, as far as like power or you know what I'm saying, energy, that's definitely a dominance as far as a man thing.
Uh-huh.
And as far as like, you know, not to actually, you know, pinpoint
Uh-huh.
or apply
Uh-huh.
certain tasks, but like cleaning and you know what I'm saying, take
Uh-huh.
it like a woman is more observative. You see, on detail.
Uh-huh.
You see what I'm saying? So it's like she can listen to this song and say, okay, you should add, you know what I'm saying, like adding seasons. You know what I'm
Uh-huh.
saying? So we kind of balance. We should all balance each other out. That's how I feel. It's a balance thing.
So do you feel like your relationship does it have rigid roles, or is it more fluid? Like, how do y'all make it work?
Definitely, conversation rules the nation. Number one, conversation rules the nation. Just you know, don't hide nothing. Just put it at the front of the gate. You know what I'm saying? I shouldn't have to open this gate to see that it's, you know what I'm saying, is this or it's just like your yard look good, clean, nice cup, but then I go in your house and now it's messy. No, I need to know, you know what I'm saying? Just right at the door, right at the gate. So,
Okay. How long you been married?
January, so 1122.
Okay.
Yeah.
Newlywed
January
man.
1st.
Okay.
Yeah. New Year's 2000.
Does she support the music? How does she feel about the
Yeah,
music?
yeah, definitely. If you go look at most of my interviews, videos, you would see her right there back on probably backstage with me. You know what I'm saying? So when people say kids and marriage, slow down, yeah, I call cap. My kids right there with me on performances and all. You know what I'm saying? My wife right there is just balance and understanding. It's what you allow. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? That's all. Just balance.
I like that. I like that a lot. You said that you've had some pretty famous features. How did you get your music into the ears of some of these prolific artists? How did you do that?
I kind of studied the formula and I learned the formula. No, but I see how so many people just kind of come at these artists or whatever with so much BS and feel, you know what I'm saying? So it's just kind of, it's really kind of hit or miss. You know what I'm saying? Kind of hit or miss. But I would say this to up and coming artists: if you're really trying to affiliate yourself with these other artists, have your portfolio together, have a budget. sure. If you don't have a budget together, right then and there, you know what I'm saying? It ain't even really kind of like, hey, how much you charge, so I can find out how much I need to, how many hours I need to put in work to. No, you gotta have that budget together right then and there.
Mhm.
Once it's time to, you know what I'm saying,
Mhm.
present it, that portfolio got to be together, that budget staple together. This is what I have. How much can you? Because the name of the game is definitely negotiations for sure.
Mhm.
They might be willing to, if they give you a price, say, well, I can't afford that, but you know what I'm saying, I can't afford 12 bars. Can you do 8 bars for so? The name of the game is negotiations. You know what I'm saying? It's just human characteristics. We're willing to negotiate if, you know what I'm saying, you're willing to reason. That's just hands down.
Okay. So you've have you been on tour? Are you?
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I definitely have. I've created my own. I book all my own shows. Everything is, you know what I'm saying, what I go through, what I peep. You know what I'm saying. I book all my own shows, and I'm blessed.
Have you ever had a tough show?
Tough show. Tough show. Give me a. Let's elaborate a little
They
bit.
ever had a tough show like an audience you really had to work to get? Like you know what I mean? Maybe you had to, you know.
Savannah. Savannah. No, but Savannah is a tough crowd. You know what I'm saying? If you ain't ready, I'm gonna tell you this.
Okay.
You know, as being a seasoned veteran and growing in Savannah, it's a lot of silent supporters.
Talk
I'm
about
talking
it.
about they will look dead at you on stage. They won't move a muscle. They won't nod their head. Not one bit. Silent supporters, but they support. You know, it's hard. You know what I'm saying? But if the person next to them, they might look to the next to them. If that person going in, then you know what I'm saying. But it's a lot of silent support. They hard. They hard, boy. They hard. Silent supporters, and you know what I'm saying. You got to take the good with the bad. Not to say it's bad, but Savannah has a lot of silent supporters. You know,
Why do you think they're silent?
I can't really. It's really no I don't, it's no explanation. I have no explanation of that one.
I
They
think
hard.
I think Savannah is one of those is a city. I don't want to say one of those, but is a city that is and I think your guy Relo said it earlier.
Mm.
There's a lot of insecurity amongst the artists.
Definitely that.
And
And
I
if you're
think that
insecure, Savannah is not. I'm gonna keep it 100, 200, 300.
I mean, because you'll see, like you said, I've been in those spaces where you'll
Mhm.
see, you know, and the song is dope and the performance is dope and the person you could tell they did a lot
Mhm.
to put themselves in this position and everybody in the audience is kind of stiff.
Mhm.
But I also think that what could be a problem is art has become something people just consume
Mhm.
and not really ingest.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
You see what I'm saying? So they're trying to, like you said, look to the left, look to the right, trying to see, you know, if this is agreeable with the in group.
Exactly. Insecure.
So, am I listening to the right music? Is this gonna, you know what I'm saying? What is this gonna say about me? You know what I'm saying? I want to be listening to the right music at the right time instead of just enjoying the art. I think that really,
Exactly.
especially these kids these days, you know what I'm saying? They're so super confident, so super conscious about their social media self. You know what I mean? I think it's difficult for the underground artists to sort of get their following these days because everybody's looking for what's already polished, what's already presented from, you know what I'm saying, the gatekeepers, you feel what I'm saying?
Mhm.
But you keep pushing and you keep doing your thing. What keeps you like, yo, this is my thing. I'm gonna keep going and I'm gonna keep rocking these crowds. What makes you do that seeing the machine operate the way it does?
I mean, really music is really my therapy, but
Mm.
I mean, I can't act like I don't have supporters. You know what I'm saying? I got it. You know what I'm saying? I always give back. You know what I'm saying? If you go to my stories now, you'll see me sharing like just people just genuinely reaching out to me in my inbox, like, man, keep going, man. Like, man, I love that, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just when my song that's dropping on the 18th, you know what I'm saying? It was a few selected fans, you know what I'm saying? I said,
Mm-hmm.
drop your email and I'll go ahead and give it to you early exclusive. And,
Mm-hmm.
you know, so they ate it up and they loved it, you know what I'm saying? So, like I said, it's a lot of genuine love, you know what I'm saying? Even not just from fans, but even artists themselves, you know what I'm saying? Like my brother Bros Relo, you know what I'm saying? That song is, you know what I'm saying? When I hear that, it don't just go in one ear and out the other. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? It go in that ear and it go into my brain. I get a big head and I keep on going. No, but that's what it is. So I need that support and I love the support and I appreciate it. It don't go unnoticed. You know what I'm saying? Whether I'm able to call everybody out by name, I wish I could, but you know what I'm saying? It's a lot of love and you know what I'm saying? It's combined. It's genuine.
Have you ever felt like, yo, I might need to take a break from this for right now? Like, have you ever?
Definitely.
What do you do when you feel like I need to step away from this? What do you do?
It's kind of like different tasks, you know. What can I say? Like, I guess kind of like the difference from driving and putting your car in cruise control. You know what I'm saying? Is all this the vehicle's still moving. You see what I'm saying?
Sometimes you're just going through the motions.
You see what I'm so like right now, you know, I do a lot of touring and all nonstop, but right now I sat down from the touring to focus specifically on the creativity of this new project, this new album.
Okay, tell us about it.
So this new album is entitled Chronicles of My Obstacles.
Mm.
Artwork done. Been done since COVID 2020. It's done. So it's basically creating. Oh, it's basically overworking. You know what
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying? Once you overwork, you know what I'm saying some stuff might go into the trash, and some stuff might go into the recycle bin. Recycle could be recycled.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So when you overwork, you kind of got stuff to kind of you put yourself in a good position.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? To kind of pick and choose. You see what I'm saying? But don't ever drag your feet and get too comfortable. Okay, I did all this work in the past and I'm gonna slow down. No, you got just keep it moving. Keep it moving. Keep it running 100 miles per hour.
Is this you gave us some music to listen to?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes,
Is
sir.
this music from that album?
This song entitled "Talking to Myself," quotations, "Man in the Mirror" will definitely be on the new project, Chronicles of My Obstacles. It's been like 3 years now. I want to say 3 years. I've been touring my last project. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? Breathing the life into it. But it's probably been about 3 years since I actually released something.
So we're getting something exclusive right now. Is what you're
This is
saying?
definitely this is much exclusive.
Can we see the? Can we see the artwork to it? We're gonna bring up some art. The artwork to it.
The artwork done by my partner Onyx.
Okay.
Been doing a lot of my merchandise. Shouts out to that department right there.
We ready?
Been working hand in hand.
All right. All right. All right. Let's play the track and let's see what we got.
talking to myself again. I'm talking to myself again. I'm talking to myself again. And sometimes it feels like I am my only friend. I'm talking to myself again. I'm talking to myself again. Talking to myself again. And sometimes it feels like I am my only friend. I'm talking to the man in the mirror, in the mirror. I'm talking to the man in the mirror, in the mirror. I'm talking to the man in the mirror, in the mirror. I'm talking to the man in the mirror. I'm slightly psycho and I might go insane in the membrane. Most people know me only for what I do. They don't know my name. I said I'm talking to myself again. You would think I had imaginary friends. Okay. I said I'm talking to myself. Ain't nobody else in existence. It's just me, myself, and I ain't got no room for no henchmen. Keep your distance, mind your business, and don't ask me who I'm talking to. If you do, then best believe that I'm a cop in attitude. Ooh, I think I might be schizophrenic too. Sometimes my mind go blank and then I black out. I give a shout out to myself cause I'm the realest, no doubt. I try to control my intrusive thoughts, but I don't really know how. I'm a little bit out of my mind and this beat puts me in my zone. And I don't wanna be bothered, so bitch just leave me alone. I said I'm talking to myself again. My mental health that needs help again. I'm talking to myself. I'm talking to myself again. I'm talking to myself again. I'm talking to myself again. And sometimes it feels like I am my only friend. I'm talking to the man in the mirror. 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 I'm talking to myself again. I'm talking to myself again. Talking to myself again. And sometimes it feels like I am my only friend. I'm talking to myself again.
Nice.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
Yo,
It's that talking to myself.
definitely an intense vibe. So you're giving me that.
That's. Go ahead. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
You're definitely giving me that. That yeah. I see where you're coming from. You know, I
Yeah.
like that.
That's the energy throughout the whole project. I said,
So what were you trying to say with this project? What were you trying to get to?
project here, man. You know, the last two projects I did, I had not one feature on it. You know what I'm saying? I said I owe that to myself. But this one here, I'm kind of creating a different brand, a different strategy.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to show these artists that if we come together, we
Mm-hmm.
do it, they're gonna stream it. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna support it. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna make what it's worth. You know what I'm saying? We did the work. If they like it, it's just like I came and did your yard. You know what I'm saying? You like it's just like that. So I came and did your yard, I cut your grass, you pay me for it, you like the work. Just like they eat up the music. They like the work.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Let's just create different avenues and win. You know what I'm saying? That's the mission. That's the mission.
I like that. I like that. So you set up all your own. Hmm? Oh,
Gotcha.
oh yeah, okay,
Hmm.
yeah, we got it. She gonna get you right.
I
She gonna
got
get
you.
you right. She
Appreciate it.
gonna get you
Appreciate it. You got to. Get in. We in. We digging in.
Yeah. So man, you put together your own tours. Like, how is that? How is that to create? You're literally creating your own lane. How is that?
I mean, before I even take it to the stage, before I even take it to the stage, it's really nobody else on my assembly line. When I say that, you know what I'm saying, like working on the table, like or at a restaurant. This person do this, pass it down, then you pass it to the server, and then they take. It's none of that. record it, I mix it, I master it. You know what I'm saying? I critique it, I promote it, and then you know what I'm saying? I do it all. I put it out there. I feed it to the people just like that. Now, as far as like making the beats, you know what I'm saying? Shouts out to all my hardest producers that's putting their hands in, you know what I'm saying? Not to take that. I've been making beats myself, but that avenue it's kind of time consuming considering I got to engineer, record, you know what I'm saying? So shouts out to all my hardest
So
producers.
shopping your music to different venues to put these shows together, like how do you do that? Is it a cold call situation? Do you have relationships prior that kind of allow you to put yourself in rooms? Like how do you create that lane?
You know, it's really kind of, it's really I got to put my suit on. I got to put my suit and tie on and step in my manager's shoes, and you know what I'm saying. That's basically what it. I got to put my suit on and kind of negotiate. Like, okay, this is what I had to present. You know what I'm saying. What nights do you have available that you know what I'm saying won't really, you know what I'm saying, take your crowd away from your original crowd from because you know what I'm saying, if you have original crowd who come on Wednesday night, you know what I'm saying, they constantly spending their money, they come, you know what I'm saying, and you don't want to put an unknown artist because I'm going to be unknown to certain people. You don't want to, you know, kind of mix that with the crowd and take a chances at, you know what I'm saying, putting your own business at stake. You know what I'm saying? So it's just kind of negotiations and paying the way. You know what I'm saying? And making it beneficial. You know, not losing money, but making sure everybody wins.
Right,
You know what I'm saying? That's,
how far is has your music taken you?
yeah, it's taking me to places that I never thought it would have. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's taking me far. The farthest place I ever performed, it was Puerto Rico.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I had the opportunity to grab the mic in Puerto Rico.
How they fuck with you? That they like it? They like your stuff?
At that time, it was, you know, they speak a whole nother language.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But a vibe is a vibe.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So it was just kind of a quick opportunity I had, you know what I'm saying? But like I said, California, Cleveland, Ohio, East 9999. Atlanta, Jacksonville, Florida for sure. Plenty shows in Jacksonville. South Carolina. Just a few places to name, you know what I'm saying?
Okay. I dig it. So in that creating that, so let me ask you this question. Creating that lane, creating that drive, doing this music, doing all that. How long have you been professionally at this? Because I'm at this point I'm gonna call you a professional.
Okay.
How long have you been professionally pursuing this avenue?
I see my professionalism is still growing and growing, but I would say I properly started presenting myself. You know what I'm saying? During the times where the streaming and, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, I've been selling CDs way before streams. But definitely around the time when the streaming started coming around, I started, you know what I'm saying, kind of locking down, latching down, saying, okay, I really need to, you know what I'm saying, disregard from this and add a little more of this, and you know what I'm saying, and kind of polish things up a little bit. So I would say around the time when the streaming scene started getting big.
Okay. Now,
You know,
so that puts you back about, I would say, like 8 or 9 years.
definitely definitely like when social media really started.
Right.
Like when I would, you know what I'm saying, just dropping my music in people inboxes just for no reason. I mean, you know what I'm saying? With no intention at all, no message behind it, just drop, you know. Now I'm kind of selective.
Did you understand what you were doing? Like, did you understand the? Because I think at that point in time, everybody was just putting music everywhere. It was almost like the Wild West.
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah. So, like, did you understand marketing at that point when you first started, or were you kind of like that?
Kind of, sort of.
You know, because some people for a very long time thought if I make a dope song, you're just supposed to hear it because it was a dope song, and I shouldn't have to. You know, some artists were like against promoting themselves.
Yeah.
Like it almost made them fake or phony.
Understood. And I kind of put it, like I kind of made sure it's at the right place at the right time. But I say I wasn't as knowledgeable back then as I am now, as far as like, you know what I'm saying, sending the music, because there's an algorithm now.
Mm. How do you feel like that algorithm? Do you think the algorithm is hurting us?
Definitely, the algorithm definitely is hurting.
What do you think that? What do you think the algorithm is doing?
It's really shading. It's shading a lot of light. You know what I'm saying? Because you have people who just can't be on these phones and social media here. Social, you know what I'm saying? Like I had to single it down to Facebook and Instagram.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't be on Snapchat here and then be, you know what I'm saying, at my job here or whatever I'm doing here. That is, you know, so to be able to put it, I mean, you know, you got methods of where you can automatically, you know what I'm saying, but the algorithm is definitely shading a lot of light for sure. For sure.
Definitely
for sure.
trying. It's definitely controlling a narrative in a new way.
Definitely, yeah. I would say for sure.
And like you said, it's I would say like silencing some new voices.
Definitely, yes, exactly.
Like there's some new perspectives, there's some new music, there's some new people,
Exactly.
some new art, and the algorithm is like Big Brother, and it's trying to make sure you're only seeing what it wants you to see.
Exactly. Yeah, you gotta follow a certain motion, or you know what I'm saying, the waves.
Right.
You can't go against the waves.
You gotta
This is the
post at a
waves. So
certain time. And
exactly.
You gotta do all this crazy stuff.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
Then there wasn't a thing before. Like, oh,
You know.
you can't post it at this time because the algorithm's not gonna.
Exactly. It wasn't none of that, but it's here. It's here, and we have to adapt in some form, whether we like it or not.
Do you feel like there's a way to kind of rebel against that, kind of rage against the machine, and be the artist you want to be regardless?
You know what? This whole album I'm going against it. I say that to say, you know, for one, you won't find this new song on all streaming platforms.
Mm-hmm.
It's not going to be on all streaming platforms. It's going to be directed to one or a few. You know what I'm saying? So
A manageable thing.
exactly, because as artists, we collecting pennies. You know what I'm saying? Pennies is not accepted. These little pennies is not accepted for such hard work and craft that these artists is putting out. So I'm trying to show these artists that your music is worth way more than these little pennies that they trying to pay us for. So you know what I'm saying? Work your emails for sure. Work your email addresses, because I mean you can go to Facebook jail, ban your page, hack your page, and you done lost all your hard work but emails is something that's gonna always be around.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It's all you don't really change that up or lose it. So I definitely encourage artists to work your email list for sure. And like I say, I've been selling CDs way before streams, so I can guarantee you right now I can sell a CD. You know what I'm saying? For sure, for sure. That's the fan base that I built.
Okay.
And there's definitely going to be 50 physical copies of this new project, Chronicles of My Obstacles. For sure, for sure. Only 50. You know what I'm saying? So it's get it, or, you know what I'm saying, get it. It's going to be 50 physical copies. I'm gonna still do a streaming. You know what I'm saying? You could download it, whatever, but it's not going to be available on all streaming platforms.
Just definitely taking back some agency for your
Definitely,
work
definitely,
and not letting them dictate.
exactly. You know, because I'm a master of my craft, and I own my masters. You know what I'm saying? Don't let that go past your head. I'm a master of my craft, so therefore I own my masters for sure.
Okay. So and you get to decide how and when you release and what stays and what
Exactly.
goes. I mean,
And
I
how
heard you
much?
discuss the part where you say you overproduce, so you know what you can possibly throw away, recycle. Um, how
Exactly.
what kind of what process does your music go through with you in order to say this is a keeper, this is maybe a maybe a couple of bars out of that'll survive, but like
Oh man, I guess you really just have to know for yourself for sure. Number one, so you gotta know for yourself. Then you just gotta know how to. You gotta have those real, say constructive criticism people around, constructive critiquing. So
hmm
you gotta have those people around you.
so you
Let
have
you
like
know.
private listening parties, that type of thing.
Not necessarily. I just let people hear it or whatever, and kind of test the waters. And I live by the fact that majority rules.
Okay.
You see what I'm saying? It could be five people say this is fire, and then two people say I don't like it.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? So vice versa. If five people say I don't like it, and two say I'm gonna go with majority rules. You
Has
see
there
what I'm saying?
ever been a track where you're like, nah, man, I trust this track, and I know you're not understanding. Maybe you know what I mean. I've heard some tracks that had to grow on you.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
definitely.
saying?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
it wasn't an instant,
I,
soak in, but once you heard it a few times, you're like, okay, I get what this is. What this is.
I have had tracks that I didn't really like. Wasn't my. I ain't gonna say I didn't like it. If I didn't like it, I wouldn't hear put it out promote.
Right.
But tracks is just my least favorite that other people heard. Is like, man, you said this on that. Y'all like that. How can you not? You know, feel like that. But I ain't gonna lie. It's just one track. Just one track. That's my baby. It's my baby. This my baby. I say that to say when I made it, I knew I stumbled across a hit. I knew it so much till I tried myself not to be arrogant and cocky about it myself, but I knew I had, what I'm saying, I had a jewel, and it's my track called All the Above.
Okay.
My God, every show you gonna hear that track. Every show, every performance. You know what I'm saying? That's my baby. It's timeless.
It's timeless.
It's
I like
timeless.
that.
Yeah, it's
It's a
timeless.
cult classic.
Yeah.
How you feeling, big guy?
Man, I'm loving the vibe. So I'm feeling good. I'm feeling well. I'm healthy. You know what I'm saying? I'm alive.
You ready for this versus?
Man, I'm on go. I'm ready,
Is it?
ready.
Because your man called you out your man called you out and said, "Yo, look, he was trash talking. Like, look, I don't want to hear nothing else, man. We about to battle." What ran across your mind?
Well, we've been trying to put this together for a while. You know what I'm saying? Longer than you know what I'm saying. So this is long awaited. You know what I'm saying? It's been really, really, it's been long awaited, and so for it to actually be happening and occurring. You know what I'm saying? It's
Because this is what's crazy. Like, I'm listening to you talk. You're very laid back. Got a really cool demeanor, and you have this intense music. How do you flip that on? Like, you're like, hey, yeah, I'm just cool and it's nice and I'm a thoughtful person, and then it's just like you turn on and it's just
Mhm.
like immersive music with a with a with an intensity to it. Like, where do you go to be that guy?
You know what? That it's kind of, you know what I'm saying. that's kind of what make them pay attention. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna feed you the formula. It's like, just imagine somebody walk in the room. You know what I'm saying? It's the quietest person in class. They've been in your class all year. You know what I'm saying? They just been quiet. Every time they come to class, they put their head down on their desk. And then all of a sudden, one day, they just stand up and hitting the nay nay and Harlem shake. And you gonna what the you gonna be well invested. Like what did they have this morning? So it's kind of like, you know what I'm saying? Like understanding that. Like, okay, it's like switching from here to here. You know what I'm saying? Like driving slow and then stepping on the gas and taking them there, getting them to where they trying to be.
So you're saying that you're purposefully metering yourself.
It's just because I say being conservative of my energy.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Because if I put that out now, then I need it all when it's time to put it out. So
Okay.
it's just being conservative and preserving my voice. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, it's just me and my ad libs as it is.
Mm-hmm.
So I gotta save my voice. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Doing things in moderation as far as drinking, smoking before I go on stage. You know what I'm saying? Do it moderately. You know what I'm saying? No tobacco products, period. You know what I'm saying? Not to knock anybody at all, but just me personally, because I'm a fast pace, you know what I'm saying, give you that delivery type artist. So that's just something that I kind of, you know what I'm saying, discipline myself to do. Like, you know what I'm saying? No tobacco.
I respect that. Well, it's about that time, big guy.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You had a good time, man?
Yes, indeed. Man. I
It's
appreciate.
been a pleasure to have you here, bro.
I
You
definitely
and your guy,
appreciate
man. It's a pleasure meeting you, man. Meeting the dopest artists that are coming to Savannah, man, and giving Savannah that voice. And you are definitely a voice that's new to me. Well traveled, well versed, dope artist, Bloodshot. Yo, man, it has been a pleasure having you, man. And we're gonna see you more. We're gonna have you and your man on the podcast coming up soon. I think in a couple of weeks.
Okay.
You know,
Yes,
man, already
indeed. Yes,
scheduled you
indeed.
guys out so we can get y'all both in the room. I want to see how y'all go back and forth. We gonna talk about some stuff, man. We know you when we're on the podcast.
Yes,
We
indeed.
definitely have a lot of fun. We definitely hit some topics. So we gonna hit some angles on you guys and
Oh,
see who
yes,
you guys
indeed.
are.
Yeah, I'm about to go hit the gym. You know, get ready for this versus back. No, but yeah, it's all good vibes and for sure. I'm ready. You know what I'm saying? I'm ready to just really show the city what, you know what I'm saying, coming together really can do and produce. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's gonna be a good one. You know, it's like WWE. You know what I'm saying? It's like,
All
it's
right,
like
man. This
wrestling.
has been Queued Up, the interview series, one of these dope channels from Clicked Studios. Yo, man. Thank you guys for having us in your life and in your night, man. Like, share, subscribe, hit all those buttons, do all those things, man. If you've heard anything tonight that you like, love, man, go ahead and comment, hit us up, man, and definitely hit up these dope artists, man, and hit up this music, man, because there's more music out there than they're showing you, man, and there's more musicians out there that are doing it, man. We're gonna have a good night. I'm gonna catch you guys this Saturday on Clicked Up the podcast, and we're gonna have a ball, man. Peace.